It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? Welcome to this neighborhood, neighbor.
All right, what's up, Mugolite geeks and freaks? So, what do we have for you today? We're doing upstairs because it's a little bit larger item we need to get to. I'm really excited about this. This one will go very well with some people's collections. I'm going to throw this one out to Max Overnighter, Maximus Overnightus, because it falls right in his Batman line. I've been looking for one of these for a while, trying to get this thing in decent condition. It's actually in good condition. It's not perfect. It's not got the parts. It's in good condition. The guy gave me a spectacular deal on it, which I still don't even know how that happened. But let's see what's here. See what we got. See what we're dealing with. He did a good job packing it. That does have a couple issues, which I'm going to be fixing. So these might look familiar too. These are the helicopter wheels to the Empire Toys helicopters. Let's see. So currently I have the Spider-Man helicopter, the Chips helicopter, the police helicopter, the Hulk helicopter. I think that's it. So I have two more. I have this one and another one's coming. This is actually the Batman helicopter. So you can see that. I'll show it to you in a second. These are cracked here. It looks like they tried to use tape to hold it together. So the good thing about this plastic is that there's material that will get it to weld back together, not just glue, but weld it. So what I'm going to do is follow a little lesson from Toy Polloi. If you don't see his videos, he's on YouTube, Toy Polloi. He fixes everything. The guy's unbelievable. So what we're basically going to do is we're going to be drilling a little bit of holes in here, put a piece of metal that fits inside that hole, and then we're going to put the plastic weld on it and put it right back like new. It's fantastic. I have to take care of this. We're going to put that to the side. It's obviously got some work to do on that. Let's see what else is in here. It looks like the propeller is good. The neat thing about the Bat helicopters, it has the Batman logo on the propeller on both sides, which is actually pretty cool. Very excited for that. That's a little bit, it's got the little broken tab there and there, but that's okay. Again, we can fix that with, I believe we can fix that with some of that plastic weld. And there's other ways to do it too, not just that, but I'll try and make it look as original as possible. Make sure there's no little pieces in here. I don't think so. Okay, good. All right, let me get to the meat of this, because this is where the exciting part is. Let's see what we have. So, the Batcopters are probably... They were probably one of the more popular ones that were sold, I'm guessing, because they're typically harder to find. You'd say, well, why would you say they're more popular if they're harder to find? Because the kids probably broke the shit out of them when they got thrown in the garbage, whereas the police one and so on, I don't think the kids really play with them because, well, maybe. That was the Hulk one and so on, but Batman one, I can tell you, really, these are always taking a beating. It's got some... Get some of the foam off there. Now it is missing the windshield that goes on front. It's typically a yellow tone, if I remember correctly, and that's replaceable and fixable. It does have its back prop, which is good. That's in good shape. As you saw the piece here, the piece that goes inside here, the little peg that goes inside actually broke, but that's okay. I actually have other propellers downstairs, and it looks like that gets screwed together. If that's the case, looks like we'll be fixing another one, put the parts together. Sorry about that. But this one's actually in pretty good shape. It's got all the Batman stickers on it. This one is Batman on one side, has the bat signal on the other. It doesn't have any accessories, but the accessories with these helicopters are pretty much all the same. Usually pretty much all done in yellow with reddish stickers. You can see inside the cockpit, you can see some of those stickers, you can see the front. And like I said, normally these are getting the shit kicked out of them. So what did these come with? Well, these would sit on those wheels over there, if you will. Actually says it's pretty funny. It actually says the dynamic duo on the side. They would sit on those wheels on top. These are actually quite big. They're kind of hard to find room for. This one's actually nice. It has the actual has the different lights on the front, which is pretty cool. These actual crystal lights or plastic lights, if you will. A little different than some of the other copters, but it's made by Empire Toys. Empire Toys makes all those Hulk vans and Spider-Man vans and all those big plastic vans that were kind of geared towards Migos, if you will. But they say, and the Jeeps, you see a lot of those big, like these plastic Jeeps in different colors. They say they scale from like 8 to 12 inches, but they were geared. The superhero stuff is geared towards Migos. That was popular at the time when they were making these. Maybe the Jeeps and stuff, maybe more G.I. Joe, Big Jim, and so on. This is actually quite a nice copter. I do like how this one has this here. So Empire Toys went on to buy Excel Toys, and if you don't know who Excel Toys was, you've probably seen an 8-inch Mego-style Kojak figure. He came with a blue suit. He came with a striped suit. He came with miniature 2-scale lollipops and cigar, sunglasses, gun, you name it, the whole thing. I don't even know how they expected any kid not to lose those pieces, because they would have been gone in 3 seconds. I think it was about 5 or 6 when they came out. So, yeah, they would have been gone quickly. So they went on to buy those. They also, Excel Toys also made the Western series with Davy Crockett and so on. And the one thing you can tell about Excel Toys is the right hand of the figures have kind of this kind of trigger figure, if you will, for holding a gun. It's different than the one on the left. Some other figures have copied that over time, but I think it's the Western Heroes or Legends of the West. I'm sorry, Legends of the West. So they were done as Excel Toys, and then later they went on to do them as Empire Toys. They sold them both in a regular box, just as Excel Toys, and then they sold them in a Woolworths box. The Woolworths box on those Western was an orange box. No side card, whereas the original ones had side cards. Excel Toys also did famous generals like Eisenhower and MacArthur and all this. I think Washington was in there. A whole bunch of military figures as well, which are pretty cool through the years. U.S. history, if you will. But yeah, it's actually a pretty cool helicopter. It is a little different than the other ones. This also, just so you know, this is the blue one, which is the one that I really wanted. This also comes in black. The black one's nice. Don't get me wrong, I do like it. It's probably more what Batman really had when you see any toys, such as the one from Neo and so on. But there's something about this navy blue one that I really, really like. As you can see, they're just really inexpensive toys. That really made the last. There's a flip-up windshield here, goes up, just kind of snaps down this little crevice here. It kind of holds it in place. You put your figures in and off you go. Could you fit a G.I. Joe in here? Absolutely. Anything down to Amigos. As a matter of fact, Amigos look pretty small in here, if you will, and so on. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So we'll get that fixed up. I'm doing a work trip. We're leaving in just like 7 hours or 8 hours. We're leaving, so we're going to get that fixed up. We'll get that on there. We'll get the wheels fixed up and so on. And we've got to find a room in the Toyota Solitude because they made all the shelf space for the helicopters and the vans, and now we don't have any space anymore. So. And what's worse is that I actually have one that's in the box. It's been open. I guess by the guy who's selling it, but it's the Air Force version of this in the box with all the pieces and all the pieces. At least with the instructions, it should have all the pieces. You had a couple extras, and that one's actually, to be honest with you, that one's more rare than this. That's the first Air Force one I've ever seen. I've been collecting these for a long time, on and off in my collecting career, but they actually. The Air Force one I've never seen before. That one's 100% new to me. I've seen the police one, just generic police. The Chips one seems to go for a lot of money. It's got a big picture of Punch on one side, John on the other. And it's black and white. Again, almost all the same molds. This Batman one's actually a little different though. But it's actually quite cool. I'm very excited to finally get it. What does this normally go for? Even a piece like this, I've seen it go for over $100, believe it or not. I think I paid $60 for everything. It has propeller, though it's broken. It's fixable, and the wheels, which we will be, I think we can fix this with that plastic weld. If not, I'll have to come up with another solution for it. But in any case, these would just go onto the bottom. They snap on there, and off you go. So we're going to go get this downstairs back in the toy room of solitude. Thank you guys for checking in. I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are ready for a weekend. Have a great weekend. I'll be taking my daughter. We will be traveling tomorrow with my engineers. For those of you guys who are LinkedIn, you can find me on there. I'll be doing business stuff. We'll be streaming live from the show for our business. Other than that, guys, hope you have a great evening. Peace.